Last season, Jordan Poole electrified us by doing stuff like these.
Afterwards, Jordan Poole! It's Poole, jabbing, dancing, 16-footer.
Got Portland on their heels. Poole. Oh, man!
Jordan Poole. Up and up.
Poole with 5. Spins past 2 defenders. Great pass. And the slam by...
He was so good at that time that NBA fans and the media labeled him as the next Steph Curry.
Swinging outside to Poole. Closely watched by Minaya. Poole steps out. Gets Minaya off his feet. And
for the Chicago Bulls.
Poole from the logo. Launches. Oh, money!
And to add on to that, players around the league had nothing to say but praise and adulation for this kid.
Oh, he definitely got all-star potential. You saw it when he made that finals run. Averaged 18, shooting 50, 40, 90. Like, that's hard to do. So I'm excited to watch him and Kuz. Those are going to be the swaggiest buckets ever. But nah, I'm excited for him. Washington got a good one.
Yeah.
Future all-star for sure.
A lot of guys, given the opportunity, can become like elite #1 guys.
Give me one.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
If he goes anywhere else,
if he could, yeah.
he's going to be a star.
But fast forward to this season, the player that once nicknamed Pool Party has turned into this.
Very good defender. Jordan Poole to the baseline. Tried to scoop it up, but it's our top.
Jaren Jackson Jr. on the floor.
See if the Wizards can take care and take advantage. Comes Kuzma.
Poole deep 3. Air ball.
From giving us highlight plays that would put us on the edge of our seats, how did Jordan Poole become a Shaqtin' a Fool Hall of Famer real quick, just after one season? I mean, we've seen binge all-star players fall off significantly right after getting a ring and a bag. But in this case of Jordan Poole, it's something that we've never seen before. So in today's video, I'll get to the bottom of this, because almost everyone on YouTube or the guys from ESPN agree that things are just not looking good at all for Mr. Jordan Poole. See, here's the thing. The reason why the Wizards traded for Poole this past offseason is that they're hoping that they'll get a Steph Curry 2.0 out of him. Cause for a time, and just like what I said a while ago, Poole gave us Steph Curry vibes whenever he stepped foot onto the court.
He's got 3 seconds to get a shot off. Wiggins to Poole. Poole gets it off in time. Oh, he banks it in! He banks it!
It's out of his fingertips right there. That's going to count.
I mean, he moves like Steph, shoots like Steph. And to be really honest, he actually had better handles than Steph, which is why you really can't blame people for crowning him as Steph's successor. And apart from the eye test, Poole also backed it up through stats as to why he's going to be the second coming of the greatest shooter on the planet. See, here's a stat comparison of a 22-year-old Steph Curry and 22-year-old Jordan Poole. As you can see, Poole almost averaged the exact number of points that Curry had. Then, in terms of free throw percentage, his numbers are also close to Steph's as well. And the same can be said when it comes to field goal percentage, field goals made, field goal attempts, and minutes played. And last season, he even amped his scoring to 20.4 points a ball game, which is his career best, while having a 43-33 and 87 shooting splits. So for a time, Jordan Poole really did make us believe that he's going to be the next Steph Curry. This must be the main thing that convinced the Wizards that trading for Jordan Poole was a good idea. But with 35 games into the season, they must have realized by now that they've made a huge mistake. From averaging 20.4 a season ago, that number has dropped to just 16.5. And in terms of shooting efficiency, his numbers went down as well across the board, highlighted by his 31.7% shooting from 3, which is his second worst output since he entered the league in 2019. I mean, this was supposed to be the guy for the Wizards after they traded Bradley Beal, But so far this season, he's looking like he's just another guy that no one wants to talk about. They brought him in for one purpose, and that is to put buckets on the scoreboard. But if he's not doing any of that, or let's say that even if he's scoring but he's doing it in the most inefficient way, then what does he bring to the table for the Wizards? And more importantly, how does this affect his real value as a player overall? Well, the reason I brought that up is that the problem with Jordan Poole this season doesn't end with his scoring efficiency. And get this, it's not even about his erratic shot making or questionable behavior anymore. Because the fact of the matter is, Jordan Poole's just playing so bad right now that he's become one of the worst players in the league today. I mean, last season Poole registered a negative 1.9 box plus-minus rating. But guess what? That number has jumped to negative 6.4 this season. And when you check out the list of qualified players in terms of this particular stat category, Jordan Poole actually ranks at the 201st spot, which makes him the third worst player in the NBA right now when it comes to box plus-minus. Now, to put it in a simpler context, as of this recording, Poole has never had a month where he tallied a positive box plus-minus rating. And this just goes to show that he's not doing enough good stuff on both ends to help the Wizards win ball games. Anyway, if you think that wasn't bad enough, here's another stat that might just put him in the worst of the worst category. VORP, or Value Over Replacement Player, is a stat used to measure a player's overall contribution to their team when compared to an average replacement player. And if you sort out the long list of players when in this category, you'll find Jordan Poole's name tied at dead last out of 521 qualified players with a negative 1.1 rating. And this simply means that the guy who replaces him coming off the bench brings more positive impact than him on both ends per 100 possessions. Anyway, let's get rid of the stats now because I've already made my point here. But to be fair to him, let's switch gears and talk about how Jordan Poole can bounce back from the deplorable situation he's in right now. Now, the good thing is that we're just midway through the season, and there's still a lot of time for JP to pull himself back together. I mean, his consistency in the offensive end is his main problem right now. We've seen him many times before in this kind of situation, when he was still playing with the Warriors, and although he never really had a stretch where he played consistent basketball, there are times when he had glimpses of brilliance, and when he's locked in, he's easily one of the most entertaining players to watch with his incredible shot making, shifty handles, and over-the-board confidence. Well, ironically speaking, that same confidence is the thing that has also been keeping him down this season. I mean, it's okay to have a light approach during the game, just like what Steph is doing. But there are times this season that Poole is just having so much fun that he doesn't take the game and his opponents seriously.
There's Kuz with a steal. Ahead to Poole. Poole off the backboard to Kuzma, and he slams. Poole, nice defense there. So casual, Porzingis says, get that out of here.
There's absolutely no doubt that Poole has all the tools and skills to become a future all-star. But see, the mental thing is his biggest problem right now. I mean, if he can just get his head straight and play with purpose and winning in mind, I believe he's going to be one of the top young players in today's game, along with Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, or any other young guns below 25. I mean, Edwards did start similarly to Poole. In his first 2 years, he was just a pure athletic scorer who just played for the stats. But over the last 2 years, Edwards set his priorities straight and focused on improving himself, especially on the defensive end. And now, he's taken Cat as the franchise player in Minnesota at just age 22, with a huge possibility of becoming an all-star yet again this season for the second straight time. Anyway, even though the Wizards suck as a team right now, it doesn't give Poole the right to play as horrible as them, because we all know that he's way better than this. But until he realizes this, we'll just have to painfully endure the stuff that Jordan Poole will show us night in and night out.